There was a point where I just remember I woke up because I read a book. And a lot of entrepreneurs out there, I read a particular book called The 4 Hour Workweek. In the entrepreneur community, we get tired of hearing people talk about this book, but it was that impactful. I was literally listening to an audiobook yesterday that had nothing, I thought nothing to do with any of that stuff, and then all of a sudden 4 Hour Workweek came up again, and I was like, okay, here it just keeps coming up. But I remember being like, I was in my chiropractic office. I was working, and I was just working so hard, and I just kept thinking, the harder I work, the more I'm going to advance in this world. And I read the book, and I was like, I have been seriously misinformed. Seriously misinformed. There is no path for me in this job that I own the business, but there is no path for me to reach what I actually want in my life. And the more successful I get, the longer hours I'm going to have to put in. And that seemed very backwards to me. The more successful I get, the more I have to be in this office and away from my family. And that broke me. I mean, it just broke me, because you got to keep in mind, I was at that point, I was just recently out of 7.5 years of college that I've been working towards this one goal to become this one thing. And all of a sudden I read of this one book in bed at night after a long day in this job that I had worked my tail off for, and realized I was in trouble. And I just remember thinking, I can't be here, in 20 years.